All right, Rams, we're going to work on our homework. And this really was just about practicing some ratios and seeing different strategies here. The video was not a requirement, but if you got stuck on any problem or just needed a little bit of extra help, that's what it's here for, okay? So, first thing we're going to do here is look at this number. I know it's kind of small. Okay, we're going to look at the relationship between 35 and 5. How do I get from 35 to 5? I divide by 5. So, no, divide by 7, I'm sorry. So whatever I do to the top, I do to the bottom. So 14 divided by 7 is 2. So y equals 2. Okay? Next, Kimberly buys 3 books per week. How many books does she buy in a year? So what we're comparing here, we go to our question and look at what it's asking, what we're comparing. We're looking at the number of books and then the time, okay? Because we know we're dealing with weeks and years and books, okay? So I would begin with weeks. That's a smaller unit instead of years, okay? Because what I could do is I could put 52 weeks is a year, but if I list it as years instead of weeks, it's going to be 1 out of 52. It's a fraction, and we don't want to deal with that. Okay, so weeks and books. So she buys 3 books per week, and that per means 1. 3 books in every 1 week. Now we have 52 weeks that we're going to buy books. Okay, so 1 times 52 is 52, and 3 times 52 is going to be 156 books. Make for sure you circle your answer every time for me, okay? All right, next, the table shows the amount of money that Jason pays for lunch over given amount of days. Okay, so we're looking for lunch here. All right, so we know 1 day was $2.35. 2 days was $4.70. 3 days, and then 5 days is what we want to know. How much did she spend, or he spend, after 5 days? Well, if we know the cost per day, we could actually, there are a couple of things we could do. We could say, well, from 1 to 5 is 5 times as many days, so we're going to spend 5 times as much money. So $2.35 times 5. 1175 is how much she's going to spend after 5 days. Now you could also look at this problem and say, well, I could add up the amount for 2 days and 3 days and get that. That would work as well. Number 4. I hope this is clear. Okay, to make fruit punch, Carrie needs 2 cups of orange juice, 1 cup of pineapple juice, 3 cups of water, and a 1/2 cup of grape juice. If Carrie wants to make 13 cups, so when we see that if, that means we're looking for if something happens, then what? That means that's your prediction. So we want cups of fruit punch. How many cups of orange juice does she need? So we know we've got to be comparing that cups of orange juice and cups of fruit punch. Okay, so I'm going to put cups of OJ for orange juice and cups fruit punch. Okay, I put initials. That's okay. All right. So my original recipe right up here, I've got to go to this first. How much orange juice does she use in this? 2 cups of orange juice. How many cups of fruit punch does it make? This is not the 13. That's my prediction. This is my given ratio. Every time I use 2 cups of orange juice, how much fruit punch does it make? So I've got to add these numbers up. That 2 cups of orange juice, 1 cup of pineapple juice, 3 cups of water, and 1/2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1/2 cups of fruit punch. So every time that I make 6.5 cups of fruit punch, I'm going to be using 2 cups of orange juice. Now, Carrie is going to make 13 cups of fruit punch. That's right here. That is my prediction. So how many cups of orange juice? So this is what I'm solving here, okay? So how do I get from 6.5 to 13? I multiply by 2. So whatever I do to the bottom, I do to the top. 2 times 2 is 4. So we would use 4 cups of orange juice. Okay, next one. I'm going to zoom out just a bit here for us, sorry. Okay, the graph shows the number of dolls that your sister has in her collection after a given number of weeks. I know it's kind of small here, but after 0 weeks, she has 1. That means she begins with 1 doll. After 1 week, she has 2. After 2 weeks, she has 3. So we want to read this and see which one is not true. Okay, after 3 weeks, she has 4 dolls. That one's true. After 4 weeks, it's 5 dolls. That's true. 7 weeks, it's over here, huh? Would be 6 dolls. So one thing I've noticed in my pattern that I started with 1. So if I look at the number of weeks I've been, if I take my weeks and I add 1, I'm going to get dolls. So 7 weeks, if I add 1, I should actually have 8 dolls. 9 weeks, I add 1 and I have 10 dolls. That's true. So it's C. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to hurry here. I think the bell's going to be ringing soon for my class. A bathtub holds 40 gallons of water. If you fill the bathtub half full, how many quarts of water are in there? So we're not counting bathtubs. Oh, is that the bell? Oh, man. Okay, oh no, 37? Is it Monday, Wednesday, Friday? I don't even know the days here. All right. So what we're looking at here, we fill the bathtub half full. So we're going to have gallons and quarts. Gallons and quarts. So I know that 1 gallon has 4 quarts. And if you're not sure about that, in your math notebook, at the beginning, there is a formula sheet that'll help you, okay? Now, even though the bathtub holds 40 gallons, it's only going to be half full. So we're only going to use 20 gallons here. All right? Now, we are going to be figuring out how do I get from here to here. How do I get from 1 to 20? That's times 20. And then 4 times 20 is 80. All right? All right, I am running out of time here, so let me just set this up for you. We're looking at students who play the flute and clarinet. And then right here, we're going to look at pounds and cost. Okay? All right, good luck on your homework.